Okay, so how does this one relate to some of the others that we saw that includes these things? I mean, with respect to position, or what kind of slice is it?
Coronal.
Yeah, okay. So where in the sequence? With respect to some of the others we saw earlier.
More
that-
posterior.
Yeah, it's more posterior. What says more posterior?
More protein.
Near the nucleus. The addition
Yeah,
of
more or less, you have the putamen here, and you can also see some globus pallidus, and also there's less caudate and more lentiform. Whereas further forward, there's more caudate and less lentiform.
Where's the corner?
What is it? Just repeat that.
Here.
Less caudate and more lentiform.
Yeah, further forward, we saw more caudate and less lentiform. We saw one section with a big mass that had a
There is the
caudate.
caudate in that?
We saw one section with a big mass of caudate and only a little bit of lentiform, of the putamen of the lentiform, no globus pallidus. Now here we see only a little bit of caudate, but a lot of lentiform. And now you can just make out, if you look closely, a difference in tonality between the putamen and the globus pallidus. Over here, the putamen and the globus pallidus. Now what's this? White.
That is the anterior limb.
Yeah, the anterior limb of the internal capsule. How do you know that?
It's blurred by the caudate and the lentiform.
That's right.
Anterior limb of the
Internal capsule.
internal capsule.
And then the part B that would go with that is, how do you know that? I mean, that's a possible part B, maybe even a probable one.
That's because it's between the head and the caudate.
Head of caudate.
Yeah, between the caudate and the lentiform.
And what makes up the lentiform?
The
The
anterior.
lentiform, now what is the lentiform composed? Because I'm going to ask that.
Globus
Putamen.
That's right, putamen and globus pallidus for the lentiform. Okay, so what are these holes?
Interventricular foramen.
Yeah, interventricular foramina. What are these masses over here?
Thalamus.
That's right, thalamus.
Anterior thalamus.
Okay, which side of the... Here we see the interventricular foramen.
Okay.
Here we see thalamus.
Okay.
What are these?
Body.
Yeah, how do you know it's a body? Yeah, it's, a lot of the lower part has been obliterated by the thalamus. Okay, so which side of the slice is this?
Wait, isn't that the horn? Because the thalamus isn't blocking it yet?
Yeah, so we're still over here, it's true.
Yeah.
It's still anterior horn because we're in front of the thalamus. And it goes down to there.
So that's
But
the
back
anterior
here,
side?
it's spotty.
Is that
See,
the
on the
anterior
flip side, it's going to be
My
body.
hand in the way.
See, but you see
Oh,
over here,
okay. So I'm
over
saying
here,
that slice is more
over here,
anterior.
over here, we're in front of the thalamus. So
Okay.
that's still anterior horn, which goes all the way down to there, you see. But further back, you see,
Right, okay.
all of the lower part of the ventricle has been obliterated. Okay, so which side of the slice is this?
So it's more anterior.
How do you know that?
Anterior limbs.
You see the
Just the
front
front of it,
surfaces of the
right.
thalamus, you know, with the anterior horns of the lateral ventricle in front.
Will you ask one thing or two things? Or
What?
how do you know?
You should, I might call for two things. I won't ask for more than two things.
So you see the front of the thalamus, you're saying?
Yeah, you can see the front of the thalamus, and you can see with the anterior horn in front of it. Because the anterior horn extends all the way down to here, you see. So actually the thalamus you see here on each side is not in the plane of section, because the slice is about that thick, it's further back in there. So we're seeing the anterior horn in front of the thalamus. Now on the flip side, we're only going to see this much for the lateral ventricle because this lower part of the ventricle is going to be obliterated by the thalamus.
Professor.
Can you show the other side? Because I don't get that.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to flip this
Couldn't-
next.
Sorry.
Yeah, so now let me see, should I just ignore the fact that I'm sweating, I take my gloves up to get rid of this plastic coated paper, which is totally impervious to fluid, which means that the sweat is accumulating inside here. And as I,
You can take a little break if you need to. Yeah.
so,
Go
we'll
ahead,
just
take the
we'll
gloves off.
complete this, and then I will take this